They call it the Queen City, but in the last decade, Charlotte, North Carolina, has earned a new title: the new Black Mecca of the South. While Atlanta has the music and DC has the politics, Charlotte has the capital. As the second largest banking hub in the United States, this city is where the money of America is managed, leveraged, and multiplied. But look past the glass towers of Tryon Street and the sprawling estates of Piper Glen, and you will find a quiet revolution taking place. It is a revolution led by Black women who are no longer just staffing the banks. They are running them. They are not just cooking in the kitchens. They are building culinary empires. They are franchising wellness, rewriting city policy, and turning social media feeds into retail conglomerates. From self-made millionaires who started with a pushcart to corporate titans managing billion-dollar portfolios, the concentration of Black female wealth in Charlotte is potent, precise, and rapidly expanding. Tonight, we are counting down the 10 richest and most influential Black women in Charlotte. These are the power players who have turned the red clay of the Carolinas into a landscape of opportunity. Stick around for the #1 spot, a woman whose signature is on the very infrastructure of the American dream and whose financial command rivals that of Wall Street's biggest names. Number 10. Janae Naylor, the retail alchemist. We begin our countdown with the face of modern wealth, the kind that doesn't wait for a boardroom invitation but builds its own table on the digital frontier. Janae Naylor is the definition of the new economy mogul. While many see social media as a playground, Naylor saw it as a supply chain. Starting her career at Target in 2012, she worked her way up from a team member to a store director, mastering the unglamorous but essential art of project management and retail strategy. But the corporate ladder was just her training ground. Naylor pivoted from managing someone else's inventory to creating her own, launching a fashion brand that has now come full circle. Today, her clothing line is part of Target's Future Collective brand, placing her products in the very aisles she once stocked. This is not just an endorsement deal. It is a manufacturing partnership with one of the largest retailers on the planet. Naylor represents the explosive potential of the creator economy in Charlotte. She credits her time in corporate retail for teaching her how to strategize and lead, skills she now applies to her own empire. Her wealth is visible, influential, and rapidly scaling, proving that in the new Charlotte, the path to riches can start with a smartphone and end with a national distribution deal. She is the blueprint for the next generation of Black women who are turning personal style into public equity. Number 9. Kristen Stewart, the corporate defector turned confectioner. If Janae Naylor represents the digital pivot, Kristen Stewart represents the great resignation done right. A Greensboro native and graduate of North Carolina A&T State University, Stewart spent 13 years in the high-pressure world of sales and marketing for a Fortune 100 company. She had the salary, the benefits, and the stability that most people dream of. But she also had a vision for something sweeter. In 2021, seeking more joy and autonomy, Stewart walked away from corporate America to launch Urban Sweets. This wasn't a small-time bake sale operation. Stewart applied her Fortune 100 discipline to the dessert game. She started with an ice cream push cart in South End and quickly scaled to a brick-and-mortar dessert shop by 2022. But true entrepreneurs know when to pivot. After a ruthless business evaluation in 2023, she closed the retail shop to focus on the real money: large-scale vending collaborations and cart services. Today, Urban Sweets is a certified minority and women-owned business enterprise, MWBE, that hosts over 100 events annually, boasting a staggering 94% customer return rate. Stewart donates to Big Brothers Big Sisters and Dress for Success, embedding her wealth back into the community. She proves that the richest women in Charlotte aren't just those who climb the corporate ladder, but those who dare to jump off it and build their own parachute. Number 8. Kika Wise, the franchise architect. Scaling a business is hard. Franchising it is a mastery level that few achieve. Enter Kika Wise, the powerhouse behind Kika Stretch Studios. In the competitive wellness industry, Wise didn't just open a gym, she created a methodology. A former professional dancer, she founded Kika Stretch to help people feel in tune with their bodies. But her business model was designed for domination. Wise is one of only 3 Black women franchisors in the entire United States, a statistic that highlights just how rare her level of success is. With 14 locations and counting, she has moved beyond being a service provider to being a landlord of intellectual property. Every franchise opened is a testament to her ability to systematize excellence. Her studios, including a flagship presence in Charlotte's bustling South End, capitalize on the city's obsession with health and luxury lifestyle. Wise represents the scalable wealth of the future, where you don't just sell your time, you sell your blueprint. By breaking into the franchising world, she has secured a seat at a table that has historically excluded Black women, paving the way for a new era of ownership in the Queen City. Number 7. Sabrina Collier, the culinary matriarch. Charlotte's food scene was once known for steak chains and biscuits, but Sabrina Collier changed the palate of the entire city. Along with her husband Greg, Sabrina is the co-owner of the Bay Haven Restaurant Group, which includes the critically acclaimed Leah and Louise in Camp North End and the reimagined Uptown Yoke in the Vantage Building. But do not mistake Sabrina for just a restaurant owner. She is a cultural curator. Leah and Louise was named one of the best new restaurants in the country, bringing James Beard-level recognition to Black Southern cuisine in Charlotte. Sabrina's wealth lies in her ability to monetize culture without compromising it. She has turned the modern juke joint into a reservation-only destination that attracts the city's banking elite and creatives alike. Her influence extends beyond the menu. She is a key figure in the Bay Haven Food and Wine Festival, an event that celebrates Black foodways and generates massive economic activity for the city. Sabrina is proving that hospitality is a serious asset class in Charlotte. By owning the spaces where the city's deals are made over dinner, she has made herself an indispensable part of the local economy. She is the tastemaker who ensures that as Charlotte grows, it retains its soul, and she's building a dynasty one plate at a time. Number 6. Sherri Chisum, the billion-dollar strategist. Wealth in Charlotte isn't just about private accounts. It's about who controls the flow of the city's massive philanthropic capital. Sherri Chisum stands at the helm of this flow as the executive director of Leading on Opportunity. In a city grappling with economic mobility, Chisum is the woman charged with fixing the broken ladder. Since joining the organization in September 2020, Chisum has been a rainmaker. She grew the donor base from 3 funders to 15 and raised $2.6 million toward a $4.5 million goal in record time. Her background is in high-stakes strategy, and she operates with the precision of a CEO. The funds she manages determine the future of housing, education, and workforce development for thousands of Charlottians. Chisholm's power lies in her ability to sit in rooms with bank CEOs and city officials and direct their resources toward equity. She is a broker of social change, and in a city like Charlotte, where corporate social responsibility is a billion-dollar industry, that makes her one of the most influential figures in town. She proves that you can build a rich legacy by investing in the potential of others. Number 5. Judon Marshall, the media mogul. In the age of information, control of the narrative is the ultimate currency. Judon Marshall, the Chief Content Officer and Executive Vice President of WFAE, is the woman shaping how Charlotte sees itself. Marshall is not just a journalist. She is a media executive with a pedigree that includes The Washington Post, News Corporation, and Everyday Health. At WFAE, Charlotte's NPR news source, Marshall has spearheaded bold initiatives to expand coverage of communities of color, launching race and equity reporting that challenges the status quo. Named one of North Carolina's most influential leaders by Business North Carolina, in 2022, Marshall wields the power of the press with a focus on inclusivity and truth. Her wealth is intellectual and influential. In a city driven by headlines and business news, Marshall decides what stories get told. She has led WFAE through the digital transition, ensuring that public radio remains a vital, solvent, and powerful force in the region. She stands as a guardian of the city's conscience, proving that integrity and executive leadership are a high-value combination in the new Black Mecca. Number 4. Mayor Vi Lyles, the city architect. Power in Charlotte has a name, and that name is Vi Lyles. As the mayor of Charlotte, Lyles is the first Black woman to hold the office, but her wealth story is one of disciplined public service and smart, conservative asset management. Lyles worked for the city for 28 years before becoming mayor, retiring as an assistant city manager with a salary of $149,058. Today, she draws a pension of over $101,000 annually on top of her mayoral salary. But Lyles is also a savvy real estate owner. She sold a family home for $873,000 in 2016 and downsized into a townhouse valued at over $519,000, strategically managing her equity. She has stated publicly, "I can live on my pension," highlighting a level of financial security that allows her to lead without desperation. Her influence, however, is priceless. Lyles oversees a city budget of billions, directing funds to police, fire, and perhaps most importantly, affordable housing. She has been the face of the mayor's Racial Equity Initiative, which raised over $250 million to address disparities in the city. Vi Lyles is the matriarch of Charlotte's civic life, a woman whose personal financial discipline mirrors the steady hand she keeps on the city's wheel. She proves that true wealth is having the freedom to serve. Number 3. Sonia Nichols, the Lioness of South Charlotte. If you want to see wealth on display, unapologetic, philanthropic, and grand, you look to Sonia Nichols. A towering figure in Charlotte's social and business circles, Nichols is the owner of Southern Lion, a multi-vendor furniture marketplace in South Charlotte. But this isn't just a store, it's a massive bet. Nichols and her investors, including her husband Richard, a high-ranking Bank of America executive, poured more than $5 million into the venture, calling it the riskiest thing in my entire life. Nichols operates in the rarefied air of Charlotte's elite. She is a major political donor, contributing over $73,000 to campaigns, and a loaner of funds to political causes, wielding her checkbook as a tool for influence. Her fundraising prowess is legendary. She has served on the boards of the absolute biggest cultural institutions in the state, and is a key figure in the who's who of Black Charlotte. Her lifestyle is one of faith walks and high-stakes entrepreneurship. She embodies the South Charlotte aesthetic, manicured, powerful, and deeply connected to the banking money that fuels the city. Sonia Nichols is not just a participant in the economy. She is a rainmaker who can mobilize millions for business or charity with a single phone call. She is the queen of the social scene, and she wears the crown with effortless grace. Number 2. Fantasia Barrino, the resilience icon. From the church choirs of High Point to the gated mansions of Piper Glen, Fantasia Barrino's journey is the stuff of legend. The Grammy-winning singer and actress calls Charlotte home, residing in a custom estate that has become a symbol of her hard-won success. While she has faced financial battles in the past, famously selling a previous mansion at a loss to clear debts, Fantasia has rebuilt her fortune with a vengeance. Her home in the exclusive Piper Glen community, valued at over $1.3 million, features 5 bedrooms and 5 baths, standing as a testament to her comeback. But her real wealth lies in her talent and her brand. As a touring juggernaut and the star of the recent The Color Purple movie musical, Fantasia commands high fees and royalties that flow back to her Charlotte base. She represents the celebrity capital of the city. In a town of bankers, Fantasia brings the star power. Her presence in Charlotte highlights the city's appeal to Black entertainment elites who want luxury living without the chaos of Los Angeles. She has turned her life's trials into a testimony and a lucrative career, proving that in Charlotte, you can always rebuild your castle if your foundation is strong. Number 1. Christy Ferso, the financial titan. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have the woman who sits at the very apex of Charlotte's banking pyramid. She is not just wealthy, she is the gatekeeper of the American dream for millions. We are talking about Christy Ferso, the Senior Executive Vice President and Head of Home Lending at Wells Fargo. In a city defined by banking, Ferso is royalty. She manages a team of mortgage professionals in sales, operations, and capital markets for one of the nation's leading home lenders. Before this, she was the president of mortgage for Flagstar Bank and spent 15 years at Fannie Mae. Her resume reads like a map of the U.S. housing economy. Ferso's role places her on the Wells Fargo Operating Committee, the inner circle of leadership for the bank. Executives at her level command compensation packages in the millions annually, including stock awards and bonuses that dwarf the earnings of most celebrities. But her power goes beyond her paycheck. As the head of financial inclusion, she leads initiatives to empower customers to acquire assets and grow wealth. She is literally in charge of the systems that decide who gets a mortgage and who doesn't. Named one of the most powerful women to watch by American Banker and a woman of influence in housing, Ferso is the embodiment of corporate power in the new Black Mecca. She serves on the boards of the National Urban League and the Mortgage Bankers Association, shaping policy on a national level. Christy Ferso is the richest and most powerful Black woman in Charlotte because she controls the one thing that matters most in this city, the flow of capital itself. From Janae Naylor's fashion empire to Christy Ferso's banking throne, these women prove that Charlotte is no longer just a financial hub for the Old South. It is the vibrant, beating heart of a new Black economic renaissance. They are the franchisees, the mayors, the philanthropists, and the executives who are rewriting the rules of wealth in real time. They remind us that wealth is diverse. It's the cash flow of a dessert cart, the equity of a franchise, the pension of a mayor, and the stock options of a banker. In Charlotte, the new Black Mecca, the ceiling has been shattered, and the sky is the only limit. Which of these Charlotte powerhouses inspired you the most? Is it the resilience of Fantasia or the strategic brilliance of Christy Ferso? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue to map the geography of Black wealth across America. We'll see you in the next city.